Tears in Heaven is going to sound something like this. There's a change here. There's your change. But let's learn how to do the introduction first, and then we can gradually work our way through from the introduction through to the verse, the chorus, the bridge, etc., etc. It's got a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs, and we can actually play that introduction with only 2 fingers and the thumb. Check this out. I'm going to focus more onto your fretting hand. And watch over here. I'm only going to use fingers 1 and 2 and the thumb at the top. Now, 3 and 4 should normally be in front. I'm putting them over there just to prove that I'm not using 3 and 4. So you don't have to do that. Check this out. Check the thumb on top. And there we go. Works quite nicely. So when you're learning this, try and use fingers 1 and 2. We'll go into the thumb position now. And before we start it, I'm going to quickly focus in on your picking hand, because what we do with your picking hand is really important. We're dividing your guitar in half. And this means your thumb, which is tapping on the string, is going to play string 6, 5, and 4 as they needed to be played. Finger 1 is going to play the 3rd string, middle finger is going to play the 2nd string, ring finger is going to play the bottom string, and the pinky can either rest on the guitar or just hang around there. But ultimately the pinky isn't being used. Now, just to focus on the picking hand, watch as I go through the technique over here. You'll notice my wrist isn't moving much. So watch that you don't do this. I've seen some guitarists do this, so that's unnecessary movement. The further you move your wrist away, the further you have to come back, and then you can come back on the wrong string. Then we got a problem. So try and imagine someone is actually holding your wrist over here. So very little wrist movement, let your fingers do the movement. Okay, now we're going to start. You do have your PDF printed out or on your screen or whatever method you're using for it. And let's get going. The opening 3 notes, you play the 6th string. You can see it vibrating there. After I've played it, I hammer on. You can see I didn't actually pick it, that's why I'm putting this finger here. And then I play the 5th string, and those 3 notes should sound like that. One more time. The next batch of 5 notes require, and this is probably the only tricky part of the song really, you put your 1st finger, fret number 2, you can see my fingers are numbered, you don't have to number your fingers, okay, and it's on the bottom 3 strings. Even though you're not going to play the bottom string, it's there, it's going to help you for your hammer on and pull off with the middle finger. Now, we're going to pluck the 3rd string, you can see it vibrate, then you're going to pluck the 2nd string, and then after you've plucked that 2nd string, you're going to hit on hard with the 2nd finger, and you're going to pull off like that, and then you're going to pluck the 3rd string again. So if I focus left and right hands together, so you can see a bit of movement there, those 5 notes will be slow motion like this. And at speed, and with the introduction, this sounds pretty cool. One more time, just from the head on, so you can see the movements there. The first 3 notes followed by the second 5 we just studied. And after that, things get easy. You'll see after that you're going to have a double 4-5 vertical. So you move up, thumb catches the 6th string, fret number 4. He catches the 4th fret, string number 3, and the middle finger, fret number 5, string 2, and you pluck strings 6, 3 and 2 at the same time. You can see it quite nicely here. And then after that you move down from here to fret number 2 and you pluck them again. So that movement there there's your 4, 4, 5. It's going to jump down to 2, and then finger 1 flat across the 2s. And then again, if I rewind and I put everything together, I'm going to have something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now some transcriptions have got 1 or 2 other extra notes added in, but remember when Clapton played it live, there was a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist, basically himself, and this is more the rhythm part, so it's a little bit simplified and no one's going to miss that extra 2 or 3 notes. Okay, so we've done that first part, we're on to the second bar, we're on the 222, thumbs on top, first finger's flat, you've plucked all 3 together, and then from there, watch the picking hand, you're going to go 6th string, strings 2 and 3 at the same time. Notice my fingers working as one, they're moving as one, and then coming back to the thumbs. So it's going to go thumb, fingers, thumb. And then we rewind again and we build the whole thing together. Check this out. 2, 3, 4. And now repetition kicks in. From the 222, you'll notice the next 3 vertical notes in a row, the 2 has become a 0. So all that happens is the thumb releases and you play the same rhythmic pattern. 3 strings, bass string, 2 strings, bass string. Then you put the thumb back, because you'll notice the 0 becomes a 2 once more. And the 2 on the second string now becomes a 3, so finger 2 is kicking in there. And you're going to have, and again the same rhythmic pattern. 3 strings, bass string, 2 strings, bass string. So repetition is the key. We're going to rewind now and take you through from the beginning, everything up until and including that. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4. Lose the thumb, thumb back with middle finger. And now comes a nice little twist, not a big twist, just a bit of a change. You first lose the thumb, play just 2 beats, move that first finger from the second fret back to the first fret, playing strings 6, 2 and 3 again, followed by the bass note. So that movement there is going to go. And I've noticed 1 or 2 players actually do this. I'm going to focus just on an alternative one. At the beginning of the video I said you can use fingers 1 and 2. But for that change, if you find that this part here is a little bit of a stretch, you may do this. Watch my ring finger here. So I don't mind if you replace the middle finger for that with the ring finger. Okay. And the last bar in that row is going to go back to the first finger flat. And now you can see the 5th string vibrating there. That last bar is going to go 3 strings, 5th string, 2 strings, bass, 2 strings. And that very last 0-2 is going to lead you into the verse. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom onto both hands again, and we're going to take you slow motion first the whole way through the introduction for Tears in Heaven. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, Naya sings, would you know my name? And you go into the song itself. Okay. That's pretty much introduction. If you've got any questions on the intro that you feel the video hasn't explained, you're more than welcome to contact me. This is for my students, so you've got my WhatsApp details. If you're a visitor and you want to learn it, WhatsApp me anyway or leave me a message and I can try and help you out. Always happy to help. Now, the verse tabs, I'm going to do that part still for this video, and then the second video would be your chorus and the bridge. Okay. Now, if you look at the verse, it starts off the same. But watch this. There I've stopped, because if you look at your tab sheet on your PDF, that's where your black font, your black numbers turned red. And the only reason I put it in red is to show this is where the change occurs. And it's the same concept, just follow the numbers. Remember, the numbers are your fret numbers. So you're looking at a 0 double 2 bass note, and then you're going to go to a nice easy fret 1, finger 1, string 3, and go. Jump back to fret 2, and you're up to fret 3 and 4, and then the 0, 2 in black would take you for the second time round. So basically everything you just learned in that second row of tabs under verse tabs, it says there in italics, play it through twice. Well, you play it through twice. Okay, I'm going to take you through the verse tabs. I'm going to include the 0, 2 from the first intro line, and then we can try it together nice and slowly first. Are we ready? Verse tabs twice in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Red part. Second time round. And then the next part, which goes to that, we're going to tackle in the next video. So your first mission is to get your picking technique under control. Like we said, part of the goals were to keep your wrist nice and stationary. See, I don't want to do this. That's way too much movement, and I have seen 1 or 2 guitarists do that, and it really makes the picking quite difficult, quite clumsy. So keep your hand nice and still. Also on the fretting hand, if you look at that, the thumb grabs the top string, and that's pretty much it. So if you get stuck, any questions, let me know, but I'm sure we're going to do Tears in Heaven quite well. And let me know when you're ready. Send me a WhatsApp and say, first part's looking good, verse is good, intro is good. Can I have chorus tabs? And I'll send it through for you and we can go through that. Have an awesome day. Thank you.